So you mentioned being punished by having to do sprints. As a player, how do you feel about that? I mean, I know you're the kind of player that you're going to follow the coach's lead, but from a player's perspective, let's say you guys are training and you guys are just off. Like, do you kind of just say, yeah, it makes sense that he's going to have his run? Or do you kind of say to yourself, like, maybe there's a better approach? Do you not care?
Um,
Because before you answer, I'll give you an example. I remember one of my sessions earlier on, I made my team run, and then the coach afterwards, who saw that, pulled me aside privately and said, "What are you reinforcing by having them do sprints as a punishment?" And I really stopped and thought about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm making them think that having to do fitness, quote unquote, is a punishment versus thinking about fitness as a means to become fit."
I've never thought about it like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's better ways you can go through that with a punishment, you know? I don't think sprinting is always the answer.
Have you
But
had other forms of, punishments like aside from
yeah,
sprinting?
yeah, in college, the coach would bring us in, he would talk to us, yell at us, pretty much yell at us. But I mean, he wouldn't make a sprint.
Mm.
He
Did
would just,
that did that yelling help?
I mean, yeah, I did because I mean, he would tell us like what's gonna happen, like this and that, like how it's gonna go from now on and stuff like that.
So
So
here's a great question for you, Brian. If and when maybe you coach one day, are you going to be a coach who obviously you can't say like you'll never do it because I've obviously done it when I was younger. I don't do it to this day, but um, doesn't make me right or wrong. Obviously, it's all subjective. But like, would you be a coach that would probably make them do sprints if they weren't you know working hard?
no, I don't
What
think
would
so.
you do, Coach Brian? Put on the coaching hat for a second. Feel the pressure for a sec. What would you do? Your coach,
And
your team is not responding to you. They're not maybe working as hard as you would like. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
and they're grown men.
No. Let's go with a youth team. Let's
Oh
go with
man,
like a 12-year-old team of boys. Oof.
so they were grown men. I would just send them home.
Okay. Go
Um,
home. All right.
the youth players. I mean, I would try and talk to them, and if it doesn't work, then get them to running. I don't know. I don't know. I've never really thought of being a coach. Uh,
Is coaching that something that would be in your locker one day, do you think? Or are you
mm,
more just like a Ronaldo type
I
where,
I
I'm not
don't
gonna put it out there that he won't coach, but I mean, chances of someone like Ronaldo coaching not so high.
I don't think so. I don't think I can. I don't think I could coach, honestly. I mean, I would do some personal training
Yeah, I
for
think you'd be a
sure,
great personal trainer.
but I don't think I would be a great coach, honestly. I can't deal with the kids and stuff, and I don't like watching a whole game. I would just want to be in there. So
Yeah, you're still a player. So
yeah.